commentator, aptly named because we hope to show you some good gymnastics today. It's the first ever Brilliant Bank International Challenge, and it features gymnasts from 11 countries. There are 3 different disciplines on display, namely women's and men's artistic and women's rhythmic. In this program, we'll show you the best routines in the women's artistic event and also the 2 apparatus from the men's event, namely the floor and the pommel horse. My co-commentator for the women's artistic competition is former Springbok and national champion Gigi Shermely. Gigi, hi, welcome to Cape Town.
Hello, Michael, thank you.
It's terrific to be here with such good competitors in the field, and particularly Oksana Chusovitina, the young girl from Uzbekistan who is in top form at the moment, consistently scoring highly. We've watched her in the warm-up. We like what we see. What are your impressions of her and the competition as a whole?
I think she should walk this competition, perhaps even with a few little errors. The international field is very experienced, and although our South Africans are quite young and not as experienced, they're extremely talented, and at this early stage of their career, this should be a wonderful competition for them.
On the men's side, my co-commentator is Pitt Swartz, former Springbok and national champion as well. Hi, Pitt. It should be a good competition. We've got the Russian Alexei Voropaev, probably the best gymnast we've ever had out here, 4th placed in the World Championships recently in Sabaya, Japan, just missing out on that bronze medal. He looks very good. I also like the look of the Romanian, Vasile Ciona. Your impressions of the competition?
I see the men's competition going all the way to Voropaev if he can do a clean competition. He scored 57.9 in Sabaya recently, and we're looking forward to a very exciting competition.
You've heard our impressions. Let's go straight into the event, and we pick it up with the men's floor.
On floor, handspring laid out front with full turn, followed by a laid out front. Stacking up the bonus. Another handspring with a full turn. Good flares into the handstand. He's a former Romanian gymnast. Floor is one of his best events. Preparing for the last pass. Round of flick-flack, double out, and a perfect landing.
Very high level ending there, Pitt.
The Romanian-born South African champion getting off to a very good start in the competition.
Double out, perfect straight position. His exercise is marked at about 9.8.
And Cristian Brezeanu scores 9.10 for his floor routine. An excellent start for him, and he'll be very happy with that. 20 years old from Uzbekistan. Our first look at Oksana Chusovitina.
This is a powerful run into the half in, half out, and a very large jump at the end there. This Sukuhara with the half turn on the one way on the on flight and going the other way on the off flight.
And Oksana scores 9.60 despite that big step on landing. She'll be very happy with that.
Oksana does a variation on the half on into the half in, half out off flight.
And that's the result of 8 hours a day training, 6 days a week for about 12 years.
She's very experienced, and all her training really shows.
A much tighter landing there from Oksana Chusovitina, 9.75, a big improvement on her first vault, and that score will count. Jason Papp, the Canadian.
Opens his routine with a very difficult combination. Whip back, 1.5 twist, followed by a laid out front somersault with a full twist. Double twist, followed by punch front somersault. Good control, good straight handstand. tuck front somersault, followed by a laid-out front somersault. Preparing for his last tumbling series. Full in back out in tuck position, slightly low landing.
He looks happy nevertheless.
She's 21 years old and an ardent supporter of AC Milan.
Double twisting back somersault with a punch front slightly low.
And Jason scores 8,95 for his floor routine, getting his competition off to a reasonable start. The Romanian
And into the round of entry, and a double twisting Yurchenko, which she doesn't control well enough to land on her feet properly.
She had no problems with this in the warm-up.
She looked a little short in the on-flight. The hands are low on the horse, and she blocks hard but doesn't quite get the rotation she needs. Concentrating on her run into the round off. Good block and a very high double twist.
Much better about this time.
That was spectacular. She's much more determined this time, and she gets up onto the horse. Little loss of form in the legs there, but I think that's going to really earn her a good mark.
only 9,25 for her first vault, but a big improvement on her second, 9,75. Nadine de Kock.
Into the handspring front, and she has very high front somersault and a good landing. Her tiny frame makes it easy for her to rotate quickly. She spots the floor, just a small step.
Widely regarded as one of the best prospects to come out of South Africa for some time. She scores 9,375 for her first vault.
And into the handspring front, and with a half turn, very well executed.
Nadine trains at the Cape College here in Cape Town, and she trains for 6 hours a day.
And watch the heel drive. She gets a good lift. She spots the floor and knows exactly where she is on landing.
The hug from Coach Tanya Swartz, well deserved. Nadine scores 9,40 for her second vault. A first look at the fourth best gymnast in the world, Alexei Voropaev.
The most experienced gymnast in his whole lineup. And you can see with his first tumbling pass, double layout with a full turn. Spring layout front, layout front. Layout front with 1.5 twist. What a combination. Great flexibility shown here. Third tumbling pass, handspring layout front with 1.5 twist. Again, in straight body position. Excellent style.
Looking very sure of himself there.
Shows his 15 years of experience in high-level gymnastics. Easily seen with a pulling back out in tuck position, which he spots very well.
Top-class stuff from Alexei Voropaev.
Round off, flick flack, pulling back out. A little hop on the landing there.
And Alexei scores 9,50. That's a fine start on his floor routine.
And there we see the half on, and Raegan does the Sukahara with a half turn in layout position.
Raegan's moved up 12 places in the last year in United States rankings.
Good straight body there at the top of the flight and a little pike just before the landing.
9,575 for a first vault.
And a powerful run into the half on. Very nice tight body in that half turning Sukahara.
Managing to land very well.
There's a good block on the top of this horse, and she really has an excellently straight body. I think that extra mat has hindered her landing a little, though.
A hug from her famous coach, Kelly Hill. Raegan scores 9,60. She'll be delighted with that. And after the first round in the women's competition, it's Oksana Chusovitina and Anamaria Bican jointly tie on first place with a score of 9,750. Raegan Thomasek, tidy vault, gives her a score of 9,60. Nadine de Kock hanging just off the pace in fourth place. On the men's side, Alexei Voropaev has expected a shot into the lead. Cristian Brezeanu, a tidy floor, keeps him in second place. Papp from Canada is third.
In Mexico, exercise is not good.
Cristian recently acquired his South African citizenship.
On the pommel horse now, Cristian.
Straight circles up to the one pommel, 2 circles on the one pommel, and then a 180-degree turn. Moves up into the pommel horse again and across for the Magyar walk. Good rhythm so far, and another Magyar to the other end. Stacking up the difficulty. Good high scissors. And now the dismount. Up to the handstand with the full turn. A very good pommel. Judges are looking for amplitude. They're looking for extended hips. Every little touch on the pommel is deducted for. There you can see touching slightly. To come a 1 deduction.
And Coach Gerard Ferreira has a chat to Cristian, who scores 8,80 for his pommel horse. Oksana Chusovitina prepares for her bar routine, the girl from Tashkent in Uzbekistan.
A simple tip to mouth. And a hex to the high bar, which she catches well. She's moving very strong. And the release with the full turn, followed by another full turn.
We call that the Thomas hop in men's gymnastics.
And this eagle giant, also looking like men's high bar. Good fast transition through to the low bar, back to the high bar.
So strong.
Speeding up her giant, double back with a full twist, lands it beautifully.
Terrific routine. She stuck the landing so well. A kiss from coach Svetlana Kuznetsova.
Into the dismount, the double back with the full twist in a second somersault. Very difficult.
Starting to take this competition by storm, Oksana scores 9,825 for her bar routine. That should keep her strongly in first place with a challenge from the Romanian coming. And the next gymnast we'll have a look at is Zoltan Erdey on the pommel horse.
Junior champion starts with circles in the middle and then a combination on one pommel followed by circles and a half turn, another 2 circles on the one pommel. Very good combinations on the one pommel, difficult, and then a travel across. So far it's working very well. Now for the scissors combination. Lost his balance there. Circles down to the side with the dismount. Nice routine.
Zoltan Erdey, the Hungarian-born gymnast. Very tight body in his Magyar travel pit.
That's right. You see the combination on the one pommel and the dismount. A very high-class routine for the youngster.
And Zoltan scores 8,90. Looks a bit perplexed, but he shouldn't. That's a very high score for him. The Romanian-born Anamaria Bican, who stayed in first place after round 1.
Jump over the low bar with a straight body to grasp the high bar and into the blind change giant. Tight Jaeger, which she just slips off the bar. Couldn't quite stretch far enough. She's very angry with herself. She's done this in warm-up and training so many times. Mounts onto the bar again with a kip. Giant with a full turn. Directly into the cut chef. She controls it very well. Her composure is back again. Slight bend of the arms in the giant and a good strong double back dismount.
Very strong comeback there, Gigi, after the fall. Nice tight cut chef.
She gets a bonus for that cut chef because she does it right after the giant with the full turn. And she carries on strongly. Look at the slight bend in the arms there. She loses for that each time. But then stretches through the bottom, lifts into the dismount, and a good straight body just before the landing.
A great admirer of fellow countrywoman Lavinia Milosevic. Anamaria Bican scores 9,175. That'll move her down well behind Oksana Chusovitina after round 2. Alexei Voropaev had such a good World Championships in Sabai, Japan recently.
We expect some very difficult combinations on one pommel. 3 half turns, followed by circles. And then another 180-degree turn. Travel across. Look at the speed that he's working at. Again, on one pommel. 3 half turns. Back scissor, followed by front scissor.
Very beautiful leg
Backwards
form
travel.
here.
And then up to the handstand with 1.5 turn.
He looks very classy in his routine, Peter, a class above the rest of the field.
He lifts very high in his scissors. He stretches wide. He did 5 circles and 5 half turns on one pommel. A little bit of strength used up there to the dismount, but a high-class routine.
And Alexei scores 9,45. Well, that will move him far away from the rest of the field. That's a terrific score. I wonder how he has the motivation to keep competing at this level with the field not really pressing him. Nadine de Kock, the South African junior champion.
Quick mental rehearsal there. And mounting with the kip. Back up rise very strong. Good strong giant with a half turn into the Jaeger. She was there and just couldn't quite hang on all the way. Shoot through with a half turn over the low bar. Slight hesitation as she reaches for the high bar. And she really builds up her speed in these giants for the dismount. Double layout. Short on the landing. She's not going to be happy at all.
The distance between the bars, a bit of a problem for Nadine, being as small as she is.
She actually has more space than most other gymnasts, and you can see as she comes around the top, her hands are on the top of the bar and she just can't hang on. There's that build-up of the speed. She really presses that giant far over the high bar, but she just pings off and slips off the bar too early into that double back dismount.
And Nadine scores 8,20. She'll be very disappointed with that. Raegan is also a former soccer player.
The straddle kip mount, transition to the high bar, good strong cast. Full turn in the giant on the top, well controlled. Into the ginga, direct transfer to the low bar. Good combination there. She's working nice and strongly. Another full turn. A little bit of change with the hands there on top of the bar. Half turn into a front dismount. Very well controlled.
Lovely control on that landing from Raegan.
It's a blind landing coming into that dismount. Here is the full turn on the top of the bar. It's a very difficult skill, and she goes directly into the next giant. Into the blind change, turning with a half turn on top of the bar. She presses over the low bar, drives her heels up into the dismount, and just a small step.
She's having an excellent competition, 9,60 for Raegan Thomasek. That will keep her in second place. And confirmation of Raegan second place, 19,20, but it's Oksana who leads the competition by 0.375. Anamaria Bican's fall on high bar, costing her badly, and she slipped back into third place with Erdey from England in fourth. A huge lead for Voropaev after two apparatus. He leads by 1,05 over Brezeanu. Papp in third. Goldman, good to see him in fourth. The men's competition continues tomorrow. Chusovitina now on the beam.
Punch front mount, nice and clean.
So that's been our warm-up, ladies and gentlemen, for the women's beam.
A forward aerial, you don't see that very often anymore. It shows good flexibility and control. She's looking very controlled and strong here on the beam. Fulfilling the requirement of being close onto the beam. Building up here, concentration. Punch front. She's a little off balance. She recovers quickly. Acrobatic series, the layout, slightly bending of the legs. You can see she spent many hours up on the beam. She feels very comfortable up there. That's the warning bell. She'll need to get off the beam quickly in order to have it count. Round off, double back, and a dead land. Beautiful.
A couple of little slips there from Oksana, who's been scoring so highly throughout the year.
She doesn't seem entirely in control all the way through, but she pulls this dismount very well and an excellent landing.
Big double back, she scores 9,45. Oksana Chusovitina, not her highest score that she'll ever have achieved, but still good enough to keep her strongly in first place.
The next gymnast on the beam, representing Romania, will be Anamaria Bican.
Anamaria Bican from Romania. She'll need to get that fall on the bars out of her mind as she prepares for a beam routine.
Anamaria jumping straight up into a split on the beam, fulfilling the requirement of being close onto the beam. The full turn, also a requirement.
Look out for the height here.
Into the acrobatic series. Flick, flack, layout, straight layout. She's not controlling that, and she gets back up to carry on. Switch leap, Cossack jump. Required to combine two jumps on the beam. Punch front with a different arm action there. You see the Russian lift in that. Another acrobatic series of good, strong flick-flack layout. Back down to the beam. She moves very fast on the beam, very sure of herself. A combination of an acrobatic and a jump. Getting herself ready. Making sure she's in the right position. 1,
into that preparation.
Takes a lot of work on beam for these skills. The flick-flack, slightly bent leg, a very strong second flick-flack to lift into that double back landing.
If you'll pardon the expression, her competition falling apart just a little. Anamaria Bican, 9,10, still a reasonably good mark, but she'll drop down into third spot. Nadine de Kock, a standard 5 pupil at Springfield Convent in Cape Town.
The round off onto the board and a beautiful layout onto the beam. A switch leap with a quarter turn, a very difficult skill, but unfortunately she doesn't quite control it. Flick-flack layout, flick-flack. She had it. Could have controlled it better than that. Very nice full turn. And the mixed combination, the flick-flack with the quarter turn into the handstand. Wobbling a little there. Big switch leap into the gainer flick-flack and a straddle jump, a good combination. Lovely straight legs, lots of body conditioning and preparation goes into that. And the dismount, round off, double back, short on the dismount, so she can't control it.
Pity for the 13-year-old on her favorite apparatus. She was a silver medalist on this apparatus at the USA Elite Festival in '95.
She enjoys working on the beam, and you can see that she has good control in her jumps and good straight legs.
Tears for the 1995 Junior African Champion, just 8,225. Tanya Swartzer, coach, consoling her. Raegan Thomasek from the United States.
Very clean punch front onto the beam. The acrobatic series, flick-flack layout, flick-flack, well controlled. Not easy for a taller gymnast like Raegan to fit that on a beam. Nice long legs in that leap series. Concentration, and into the punch front. Little wobble, but she pulls up very quickly. Good strong flick-flack into the handstand. Working down on the beam. A Valdez to get up to standing again. Full turn requirement, well controlled. Switch leap quarter turn. And balance that she didn't intend to do. And a 1.5 turn front somersault dismount.
For the United States of America, Raegan Thomasek. She would like to pursue.
Raegan has a famous coach in Kelly Hill, who's also the coach of Dominic Dawes. And Raegan, in fact, moved to Maryland to coach with Kelly. Raegan scoring 9,55. That's a good score for her, and it keeps her strongly in second place. She'll be delighted, and so will coach Kelly Hill. So Raegan is in second place, but Oksana Chusovitina has built up a big lead at the top of the leaderboard. Anamaria Bican's couple of falls have brought her down to third place. Andrea Leman from England is fourth. The South Africans at